My story is a young girl growing up around a father who liked to, work for himself and make a lot of money, and just always being around him and having that energy. I took all of that information through my adulthood up until now, which made me the person that I am. My dad had a big influence on me working for myself and making my own money, and having the financial independence of being able to move around the way that I do now. I remember when I was younger that before I can even go outside to play with my friends, I had to help him out either in the flower shop, whether he had fireworks stands. I had to be the person on the front line to help the customers. And it's actually funny because I learned how to count and count my money from helping the customers in my father's florist. He wouldn't allow me to use calculators, So, I remember that, and it inspired me because at the end of the day, I just liked how it made me feel to see, the benefit of working hard and then having your money at the end of the day. Oh, the foundation started because my father, who was born and raised in Washington, D.C. in 1924, he was hired as a delivery driver for a Jewish family who was very prominent even to this day in Washington, D.C. in the real estate. And so this particular person owned a florist, Colony Florist in Northwest D.C. on Georgia Avenue. My dad just did so well that he ended up working in the shop opposed to being a delivery driver. Well, when he wanted to retire, the other siblings was like, we don't want to be bothered with it because we're into real estate. They tried to find someone to sell the business to and they couldn't. So they offered to sell it to my dad, which was poor and couldn't afford to buy it. So they gave it to him for no money. He inherited that business. And he kept that business for 40 years. And until 1991, he moved on Upshur Street and changed the name to Flowers by Alexis after me. I continued to help and work with him until he fell sick and he got ill, and I didn't want to lose the family business. So I did everything I could. I changed everything to my name, but I just didn't have the support that I needed from my family or resources to keep the business open. So we eventually had to close. And then 17 years later, the opportunity came. By me being a real estate agent, we teach our clients that investing is important, and after home ownership, you either are going to invest into other properties or small business. I chose a small business. So I reopened Flowers by Alexis 17 years later, and here we are. I would tell any entrepreneur to take your time, do your research. Anything that you want to do, you can do it. There are resources out here to do it. Even when it looks bad, don't give up. Continue to push forward. You have to be a people person. You have to be very social because you're going to network with people, and that it's doable. And there's a big benefit at the end if you just continue to do it. I am Alexis, and I have a seat at the table.
Cool.